Good evening, guys. Right now I'm just running a test with the Cromry running on only one armature. I have the oscilloscope running in the background over here. We have the reading of the passive coil spikes that are coming off the secondary coil right here being read with the multimeter here, as well as the scope. If I focus in on the scope, so we're producing right around 18 to 20 volts. Let's see if I can get it to come up to around 20. So right around there. Say 19 volts or so, thereabouts. We can see in the little scope I have here, that's what it's producing. That type of waveform. And that's what the passive coil capture is off the secondary armature with only one armature running. And what we're running here into the system is essentially this. So around 22 watts into it, just under an amp, and that is the oscilloscope output. Okay guys, here is the Cromry running with both armatures going. We have two 7.5 microfarad AC capacitors off each independent rotor, and we have approximately 67 to 70 volts coming off the Cromry. And here we have the scope shot. As far as the waveform. And again, what we're running into the system approximately is this. So a little bit under an amp on each one, so around 24 to 21 watts per armature. And again, the output around 70 volts or so, thereabouts. With this scope. At the same setting, going through a 2000 microfarad capacitor, this is what the spikes are pushing into it. So registering 67 volts without a DC cap, about 130 volts with the DC cap in place. And again, that's the scope shot after that. So smoothing cap in place, those are the spikes that are going into it. Again, without the DC cap in, this is the DC output off of the combined bridge rectifiers. And here is scope shot, giving the waveform. I'm going to shut down the north armature, or pardon me, the south armature, and we'll watch what happens to the waveform and the voltage. The south armature is going off now. So we're still maintaining about 60 volts. And the waveform is this. It's with one armature going. There's a waveform at 5 volts per increment. And this is what we're running into it. About 22 watts into the north armature. Check again. 22 watts at 62 volts. And again, we'll start up the south armature just for grins. The waveform. Around 80 volts or so thereabouts. And the input is this. 22 watts on the north armature. 22 watts on the south armature.